Of all the things we've talked about in this presentation, absolutely the most important is the safety of the people who work on hard homes. Across the nation, there have been some tragic accidents involving the installation of homes. There are ways to protect yourself from danger. One of the very best is the use of cribbing. Some call it cribbing, others call it safety timbers. Whatever you call it, it does the same job. These are heavy pieces of wood, usually at least 4 by 6 by 4 foot long, that are laid underneath the I-beams of the home in at least 3 places. One on each side of the main beam in the axle area, and the other somewhere in the vicinity of the tongue. If the tongue has been removed, then of course you'll have 2 more stacks under the I-beam at the other end. The purpose of this safety blocking is that in case of jack failure or any other catastrophic event that causes the home to fall, it will fall no further than the tops of the safety cribbing, and the people working on and around and beneath the home are safe. The only purpose of this safety cribbing is to protect the people working on the home, and that is very important. The most efficient use of these timbers is to place them on a diamond pattern beneath the I-beams so that every layer in this log cabin style stack will have some pieces under the I-beam, no matter which direction the I-beam may fall. It is a scientific fact that all objects without aerodynamic qualities fall at the same rate. If the bottom of the I-beams of the home are 36 inches off the ground, then it will take exactly 3/4 of a second for that entire home to reach the ground, just like a brick. Now, if it crushes a few blocks along the way, that may slow it down some, but not very much. Concrete blocks cannot be considered safety piers. They can break, and many times do, so use the wood. It's the greatest single thing you can do to keep yourself safe while installing a home. Having good equipment is another safety asset. You should only use a commercial quality jack. It should have a rating of about 12 tons. Jacks don't last forever, and one of the danger signs is oil leaking around the piston of the jack. A jack that cannot hold its position is telling you that it's near the end of its useful life. They all wear out sometime, and you'd better rebuild or replace it before it fails. The use of jacking plates is a good idea. These spread the force of the jack head along the frame and also protects you from a flying jack. People have been killed by jacks kicking out from under the home. Do not ignore the possibility of this happening to you. Another safety item is a hard hat. Some people think you just can't wear a hard hat when setting up a home. Well, I always do, and I can give you at least 2 good reasons why. First, when you bang your head wearing one of these things, it doesn't hurt. If you're working in tight quarters underneath homes, you will knock your head on an outrigger, a steel beam, bolt, or worst of all, a shackle hanger. It hurts, but it doesn't have to if you're wearing a hard hat. The second reason is OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration. This is the federal agency whose job it is to protect the life and health of all America's workers. There are many regulations in OSHA. The ones that apply most to us are the regulations for construction. That is, Title 29, Code of Federal Regulations, Part 1926. You can obtain a copy by calling government at 202-512-1800. It explains in full the need for material safety data sheets, safety meetings, and all safety records. OSHA does have the ability to impose very substantial fines on anyone found non-compliant with their regulations. By becoming familiar with these requirements from OSHA, you not only avoid the fines, you have a much safer working environment. This just makes good business sense as well as plain common sense for everybody involved.